Alright, what is up guys, Action Figure Addict 112 here, and welcome to episode 2 of the Asylum podcast. So before we get into this, I do want to give a big thanks to Ayindi Showcase and Zorpx the Destroyer for coming on and talking with me. I know this was a last minute uh, plan that we had to sit down and discuss, and I really enjoyed talking to Ayindi and Zorpx. Definitely two collectors that I have never really interacted with except on YouTube and on Instagram, but we never really talked. So it was cool to get to talk to them for the first time. Um, Unfortunately, we lost some audio during this. Um, because at the beginning when we were talking, I unfortunately didn't turn on the desktop audio to be recorded on OBS, uh, which is what I use to record this, and unfortunately we lost some good discussion because we were talking about how uh, what's currently going on with the pandemic, how it's affecting us and our ability to collect. And I really wanted to get that audio. Um, Hopefully, the next time we collab, we can talk a little bit more about that because I think it's something that needs to be talked about a little bit more. Um, but yeah, so unfortunately we lost that part, but we did get a lot of good discussions, and this one's going to be a lot longer than the first episode, and because technology, there were some technical difficulties on not only my part but on Andy's part. His internet was acting up, so he was dropping in and out of the call. Um, so that was unfortunate, but he does end up hopping back on, and I had to cut out a chunk of uh, audio on my part because there was some contaminated background noise. Um, and so we were talking about the Overwatch stuff, so you'll notice that there's two clips of audio that don't quite match. That's because I had to cut it there. Um, but still, overall, it was really fun. We have our next discussion already planned, and that's going to be super fun. So if you guys enjoyed this discussion, let me know, and I'll consider recording our next one and maybe throwing that up as episode 3. I don't know. But with that being said, thank you again to Zorpx and Ayindi. Shout out to Strident. We shouted him out in this, and without further ado, let's go Silent Podcast episode 2. Enjoy. All right, I'll try to. Okay,
Yeah,
now I'm re-recording it because I didn't get any of the audio. But yeah, this chat was definitely good. It's good to talk to other collectors because it's so boring right now because of what's
yeah.
going on. It's just like,
Hey, I have a question for you guys though. Since that we touch on Power Rangers, this new Spider-Man in this retro wave, he has basically I think the same type of articulation. Would you guys be picking him up for any of the retro wave Spider-Man stuff?
yeah,
I
it's
probably would
tough.
be. Uh, the Peter Parker is the one, maybe the most one I probably want to get because it's Peter Parker in street clothes. You know, to have a Peter Parker
with
in street
the
clothes is pretty nice.
with the big gold round glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The super
I find that look
blind
odd.
Peter Parker.
That look weird. I know a lot of people saying it's from the comic, but Man, that looking like welding goggles or something you have on his face.
But yeah,
Well,
the that Spider-Man, he looks good. He's tempting for sure.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that classic looking Green Goblin too, because he's probably my second or third favorite Spider-Man villain, and we got the other
Uh,
one. This one looks more classic, so it's that one too.
yeah, and I didn't manage to pick up the Green Goblin before, so this will be a good opportunity for me now. So I'm glad.
Yeah. It's tough because I was looking at the Into the Spider-Verse figures. At least if I got that Peter Parker, even though he's kind of the going through a midlife crisis. Peter
You're talking
Parker.
about the Mafex?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted to get that Miles figure because he had the Air Force Ones, even though they didn't put the Nike logo on the side, which I thought it was funny because there was another company that's doing unofficial Into the Spider-Verse figures, and they did a 1/6 scale Miles, and his shoes came in a, what's it called, like an actual shoe box that's in that scale, and when you open it, they actually put the Nike logo on the actual shoes, which I thought was funny because it was like uh, they did an unofficial an
yeah.
unofficial
That
movie
yep.
figure, but
That's
you put the actual Nike logo on there.
yeah. That's pretty brave of them. Let's see.
But yeah, Mafex didn't put that one on there. But that Miles though, he looks good. Um, I think the only issue is that recently the Mafex figures they've been putting out have been having some like joint issues. So it's got me hesitant since the Mafex figures aren't the cheapest import figures.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind of disappointing to get him and then, his joints are all loose.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why I do have that. What's her name? I've had both of them, Superman and Catwoman.
Oh, the Hunt.
That's I don't get many of them because Mayfex. I did have that. I had got the Dark Knight Rises Catwoman, and her hand peg broke off on me right out the box.
Ooh.
Yikes.
And I just had a leery feeling with Mayfex ever since then. So I
Yeah.
rarely get them, but it's their QC issues is a big
Yeah.
problem.
Definitely. That's why I don't have any Mafex figures in my collection. Is mainly imports is Storm Collectibles and SH Figure Arts. After hearing some of the nightmare stories with some people saying with Mafex, yeah, it's kind of watch them with magnifying glasses. Um, yeah, but they make good figures. I mean, the Wolverine look good, the Cyclops look good. I was tempted to get the Cyclops, but Grim, the guy that I do the my channel with, he was trying to talk me into getting the Mezco instead, and I think I'll go that route instead of because they get more stuff for the Mezco anyway, so might as well bang for your buck.
I
Yeah,
know the only two Mafex figures that I have is it's the Suicide Squad Harley and then the Justice League Wonder Woman, which I like the Wonder Woman better than that Harley. Like I barely ever touch that Harley just because I don't her articulation's weird, but the Wonder Woman is pretty good. I like her. Like none of her joints feel loose or anything like that, and the plastic feels good. So, which is weird because I just got her last year, and then I can't remember if it was Figure Arts or Mafex. I just showed their '84 Wonder Woman, which I like that
That
design.
figure.
Oh, that was Figure Arts. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the colors on that one.
I'll probably be getting that one. Because I got the McFarlane, the one, golden. I've been meaning to do a video on that too. The McFarlane, golden, golden armor one version, which is a pretty
Oh,
good
okay.
figure. But her regular outfit, I may just get the figure arts for that one, just for
Yeah,
her regular outfit.
I like the more vibrant colors because it seems like every version they've done of her, it's been like different colors. Like it started out darker for BVS, and then as the movies progressed, her colors have gotten more and more lighter, which I like that. And I think that's one of the things DC got right was they casted Gale or Gal as Wonder Woman because I like her as Wonder Woman. It took me the longest time to watch the Wonder Woman movie, and I really liked her, especially the trench scene where she just storms the across no man's land with just the shield. I thought
Yeah,
that was great.
yeah, that was yeah, that was awesome.
And I still have to review that Justice League Wonder Woman because I have all of her parts. I never got around to reviewing her. I think that's one of the issues that I have where I have a figure that I have a mindset of wanting to review and then I never get around to reviewing it. And then whenever it gets to the end of the year where I decide to pick what figures were the best or the ones that I enjoyed so far. It's like I like this figure and I want to say a few words about it, but I also wanted to review it, but I didn't get a chance to review it. So, um, and then it'll be a case where it'll be like a year or two after I get the figure. It's like now I want to sit down and talk about it. But speaking of uh, figures that I liked this year, what figures so far have you really enjoyed this year from any line? Doesn't matter the line. Um, what figures have you really enjoyed that you picked up this year?
Man, ah, Play at Sky, Armored Batman, Arkham Asylum, awesome figure. I'm staring at him right now.
That's
You know,
that's the McFarlane one, right?
no. Play at Sky.
Oh, okay.
This is the 9-inch line. You know, I was thinking the other day, I was like, if Play at Sky made these figures like 6-inch, like 112 scale,
Right.
a lot of those companies have been in a lot of trouble, you know. I mean, the amount of detail and the paint apps on this figure, you know, every time I walk past my shelf, I was always stand up and just look at it to admire it. You
So
see,
if
all they
you
make me sound, all they make me feel awkward there, right? There's a long pause.
so if you had to pick top five uh at the moment for your the figures that you've enjoyed that you have so far this year, what would be your top five?
Uh, Top five. I will get back to you on that one.
Uh,
I have to try and remember what I buy.
for me, I think right now I'm enjoying them a lot more than I thought I would. But one of them would be the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider 01. I talked about it in my review. The figure actually makes me like the design more. It's kind of like once I got him because you see it on the show. It's an alright design, but the toy actually makes it looks better. Uh, Also the Lightning series was Blaze. I really he's if you know you follow me on Instagram, I've taken a lot of pictures of him.
Yeah, I like
Uh,
his design. Looks really cool,
yeah,
and he comes with that briefcase computer
yeah,
accessory, which looks cool.
yeah. And Doctor Doom, that Doctor Doom's been pretty good, cool too. Uh, Marvel Legends Doctor Doom. I've been waiting for getting a really good Doom for a while, so they did a pretty good job with that Doom. Um, I think that's only three. Oh, I just put the videos up the other day. That which surprised me was the Ghostbusters Gozer. She actually surprised me how much I kind of like her.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's four. I don't know. Who else would be five? I don't know.
um, hmm, did I? My five will be weird because while a lot of collectors will get the new figures like right away,
Right,
I I don't collect like that. Um, I new to the game. I started collecting in 2017, you know,
right,
and I was like, it have like old. I like old action figures, 5 POA. Like those vintage teenage Ninja Turtles. I'll buy those. I
right.
got a lot of slack for it because my buddy Grim, he's like, yo, how could you go back to that? I was like, dude, you have to have appreciation
For
Yeah,
for
what
this
came
because this is
before.
yeah, this is how it started. This is the foundation. So I have an appreciation for 5 POA. So okay, my five will be I got the SH Figure Arts Vega. Love that figure. That's an excellent figure.
you just said that.
Um
Yeah,
yeah, that figure, man, that figure is awesome. The Player Sky Batman, um that vintage Donatello I bought the other day. I love that figure. I have I like Pixel Dan. Pixel Dan is always get those weird figures. You just wonder, like, you like those things? So I could understand where he comes from now. Because a lot of guys not really, you know, new collectors not really buying these old figures. I also got the Toy Biz, oh man, Bullseye. You remember that figure, guys? That to me, I like that figure. The
you
sculpt, the
said
paint apps on it. Toy Biz used to do
Toy Biz
a lot of good work.
Bullseye. You
Huh?
said Toy Biz Bullseye.
Yeah, the Toy Biz Bullseye. Um, got that figure recently because I like it, and I know I'll probably if you put this recording up on YouTube,
Right.
Addict, I know I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this, but the Transformers fans out there see the Omnigonic spin out. I bought that the other day, and I like that figure. Although you have to, you know, give it a little love. Put like nail polish on certain joints because I'm telling you guys, out of the box, that thing is loose, right? And it got a lot of slack for the price and the type of engineering that was put into it. I can understand, but I have no complaints because I got it for like a third of the price on BBTS. And the figure not bad, not bad, and I'll get slack for this. Fight me, but I like it. I like it. I can't afford the Takara Tomy Sunstreaker, so there's a good option.
That's
I was,
okay.
yeah,
As long as it makes you happy and you enjoy
yeah,
the figure, then that's all that matters.
yeah, it does. It does.
Ooh. Now
Never
after
smile right
hearing now after hearing those top five, it's gonna be a hard choice now. Um, uh, I know at least right now the number one pick would be the Kyoto Amazing Yamaguchi Harley. I already had the Injustice Harley, the figure arts one. Uh,
Yo,
but with this Harley, I can't help but want to pose
yeah,
her. It's like
yeah,
it's the curse of the Kyoto Revoltech figures. It's like as soon as you get one, you pose it, and then you pose it again, and then it's like every time you see it, you want to pose it again. Um, and it's I had her with oh, I've taken so many different pictures with her. Uh, I took pictures with her with the Mystery Machine. I took pictures with her with the Leonard Queen Alien. I had her doing the Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal. I had like a little hat. I had like a little hat that I found, and I was like, you know what? Let me because it fits on her head. Let me just paint it. And yeah, I had a picture of her doing that. Um, it's just she's so fun. And it was a figure I meant to pre-order, but then I only saw BBTS had her, and they wanted 90. They still want 90 for her, which I think is too much. But I waited and I looked around and I found her off
yeah.
Amazon Japan, and as soon as I got her, I checked a couple days later and they sold out, and I think they have her back up. But she's 56, I think, on there. But yeah, she's great. Her face plates are good too because she has the smiling face, the smirking face, and then she has the afraid face, and then because she has the I think she's the last figure. Ayende.
Uh, that's not
Yeah,
me. Is that me?
but
I don't know.
That's not me.
That
Don't
wasn't
do it.
you.
what was that?
I don't know. That wasn't me. It was like a I don't know. It sounded like a freight train rolled through the Hangouts chat through this video call. Um, but I think she's the last figure that's gonna have the articulated eyes because I know that the Amazing Yamaguchi, All Might, and the Deku are gonna have the sets of eyes that you plug into the face plates, but I love the eye effects. I know people get pissed off about it because if you move it too much, it's kind of hard to set it, or they have issues or get because they can't get it to line up the eyes straight again. But it takes practice. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. But
Well,
she's so fun to mess with. Oh, what would you want to say, Yende?
no, I'll let you finish your list. I'll come the eye stuff with uh with them, but I'll let you finish your list. I'll just come back to it later. I'll let you
Okay.
finish your list.
So she would be uh the number one pick right now. I think the second pick would be the the Figma Saber 2.0 from Max Factory. That was a figure Strident had brought up several times, and I finally found one on eBay in the box, and the listing had said complete, so I thought I was getting it complete, and then once I got it and I took everything out of the box, it didn't come with everything. I was missing one of her hands, and luckily the seller was cool and he let me keep the figure and he gave me uh, a refund back for it, but minus the one. She doesn't really need the fist, but I wanted it that way I could review her. But she is a gem for sure. Like the way that Max Factory engineered her is just it's amazing. I know that I did the what is it, the Figure Arts Spike review, and I had her sitting in the background towards the end, and I still haven't reviewed her, but she is amazing to pose. Just the articulation is just it's there. Um, so she's number two. Trying to think of I think the probably say the McFarlane the Hellbat armor that I got, the multiverse one. I really like it,
Yeah.
especially after you. I don't like the Hellbat armor for what it is, but I decided to I didn't put the wings on, and I clipped or I shaved off the pegs there, and I just took some fabric and I made him a longer cape, and then I repainted it. But I like it because he's bulky, but he's also really articulated for a bulkier character, which I was really surprised about. Um, so I'll definitely have to sit down and do a some type of uh, video for him just to show that off, because that took about, I want to say it took about 2 days worth of painting. Because I had gotten out of work, and then I went into Walmart and I saw they had him, and I had him in
Yeah.
my hand, and I was debating whether or not I wanted to get him. But then I was like, you know what? I think I can turn him into a some sort of like Thrasher suit or some type of armor Batman would have if things had gotten to the extreme on the streets or something. He would,
Yeah.
like, had thugs gotten out of control or something like that, he could come out in this armor and then just humble some thugs on the or some goons something on the
Yeah.
streets.
Yeah, I
So
hear you.
yeah, I like that. And then uh I think the other two would be the Figma Max Factory Kirito and Asuna from Sword Art Online.
Okay.
I like those. It's weird because I wasn't the biggest fan of the anime when I first watched it, and that was what I think I watched it my freshman year in high school. That's when it first came out, and that's when everyone was just hating on it, just to hate on it. And that
Yeah.
was the first anime I think I ever watched. But I went back and watched it, and I like it. I like it up till a certain point, and then uh, after that arc of that, it just gets really weird. Um, and so because it's on Netflix, and I'll rewatch it on occasions just because I like the fights and the designs of the
Yeah.
monsters and stuff. I'll only watch it up to that one point, and then I'll just go watch something else.
Yeah.
Um, so I may be just the only one that does that. That's weird like that. That'll only watch something up till a point and then just turn it off.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
I'm sure that's how most people felt when they watched the Transformers movie, the animated one. Like when Optimus Prime dies, you probably just turn the TV off and that's it.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
it's one of those moments.
man, I'm like that for the Michael Bay Transformer movies.
Yeah.
I'll just watch certain parts and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
which one
the
did
only
you
one I can,
watch?
the only
Well,
one I
apparently today they had a marathon, so they showed the first five.
Ooh.
I ended up watching the first two, and when I saw the Dark Side of the Moon, I think that was the third one. When I saw that one coming up after, I was like, nah, that is enough explosions and pop shots and spinning cameras for one day. And then I,
only one I, only one I can sit through now is only the first one. That's the only one I can really just sit through.
I find we are a little harsh on those movies. I mean, when they now came out, it was like, yeah, let's go watch this. It's Transformers. And then after a while, you realize, well, yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I watched. I know I watched. I think it was the first three, and then I watched Age of Extinction, and then after that, I was like, all right, I'm done. I gave this one a chance, but now that you're melting down Transformers and turning them into My Little Pony plushies, I think that's when that's when I
Oh
think
my,
I'm
yeah,
gonna turn that off.
yeah. That is that new figure you see lately, right? The new My Little Pony Optimus thing.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Not going there.
That's funny though that you watched the first two and then the third one you're just like I'm
Yeah, yeah,
gonna
that
go
was
watch
enough.
something else.
I think my favorite outside the Bay movies has to be the second one. Yeah, it has to be the second one with the first one a close second place. So I could only watch the first two. And after that it's like, here
It's
we
too
go.
much.
Here we go.
Oh man, it's like it's kind of like with the Fast and the Furious movies. It's like you can.
No, 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 please, no. No, no, oh my gosh, don't go there. I mean, it started off as street racing, and now it turned into espionage, 007
Yeah.
kind of territory. I was making a joke with my friends the other day. I said
Oh,
the next Fast and Furious guys we going to get, Dom and they going to be on the moon fighting and drag racing on
on
the
the
moon.
moon.
Yeah.
Drag race and rocket ships.
Yeah. Oh my God, who's going to reach the sun first? Good, I good.
Oh, I like
You guys
the
saw
I watched the
you,
Hobbs and the Shaw what is it, Hobbs and Shaw. I watched that one and I liked it because it was different from
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But you guys saw Han come back in the latest trailer.
yeah, I was like what, he
You,
blew up. He was in the car.
hey, yeah, there's a conspiracy theory going around that Han came back in the snap.
Oh,
Right?
after the snap.
Remember I remember I said it. He came back with the snap.
Oh, he's trying to tie in Fast and the Furious into the Avengers.
Yeah,
Watch Doctor Strange 2. You're gonna be
yeah,
seeing street racing.
yeah. I mean, we're going into the multiverse, right? So might as well, I guess.
If if Disney's listening or if Marvel's listening, go ahead and do a hit up Universal and uh, get a crossover going with that.
Yeah.
Because that needs to happen. But yeah, I think what was I on the top? Oh yeah, I finished up my top five. That's right, and then we were talking about the drifted off into, into something else. But I know Yende, you brought up something with the articulated eyes with the Revoltech figures.
Yeah, because my only problem with those were because I had got I don't know if they're still doing them, but they were doing mini it was called a line called Mini Revel, and I had got one of the uh we called it muscle here in America, but the key I can't even say it. Kiyuku man. Uh, I don't know
Oh,
if y'all remember muscle.
yeah. That's the guys with the big lips, right?
Yeah. I had got one of the. I thought he was when I first saw the pictures, I thought it was a 6 inch, but it was a more of a mini figure, and he had the moving eyes, and one of the eyes I moved, and it was like white, and I was trying to move back. I think I rubbed the black off the eye, so
Oh,
I had a bad taste in my
wait.
mouth for that from moving the
So,
eyes around.
so I in the rubbed off the mascara of the figure.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that's
um,
that's why I kind of have a problem with the eye moving eye thing, but
Okay.
maybe 'cause it was just a smaller one, because it's not a it's they're about 4 inches tall, the mini Revo. So
oh, okay. Because I know she has the same eye thing as the Psylocke you have, where they give you the
yeah.
little pick and then you pop the face off and you do and then you just move the eyes like that. Um, but yeah, top five right now. It's kind of hard because there was the WrestleMania Kobe Kingston Elite, and I really like that one because he has the African heritage design on his tights, and I like that figure because it was one of those things or one of those WrestleMania moments I got to watch in real time. Like I'm sure for Zorpx you got to watch some of those moments. Like you got
Oh
to
yeah,
watch like Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely all the time. Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Thanks for the shout out to the WWE Network. Yeah, okay.
um,
Yeah,
but yeah, it was one of those cool moments because it was like one of those underdog moments where you finally you claw your way up the mountain and then you get to
yeah.
the
He
mountaintop, and
left.
then they did absolutely nothing with him and had Brock Lesnar literally pummel him and
Yeah, and I
F5 him
mean,
in like 15
all right.
seconds. I was like, oh my
I
god, man.
I am so happy you said that because I find it so weird. All right, guys, we grew up watching wrestling. When a
Mm.
champion loses his championship, he wants a rematch. Did Kofi say anything about a rematch?
No, he didn't.
No. He went back to New Day fighting for the tag team championship, and I find that was off. I was like, you know what? I'm not even invested in this anymore.
I know it was it's like the same thing with Finn Balor. He and I have that figure too from SummerSlam, and he had to forfeit the title because he tore his
Yes, I remember that match.
I think it
That's when
was he either
he got power bombed into the guardrail.
yeah he did
Yeah,
something with his shoulder, and they said
yeah,
that
yeah,
he popped it back into place and finished the
yeah. I
match, and
remember that.
then he had to forfeit the title, and yet here we are 4 years later, and he still hasn't. He never got his rematch clause.
Nothing. He's in NXT. He's in NXT. So
Oh man, it's like things like that. It just wrestling makes no sense sometimes when they do things like that.
um,
It's like,
I don't
oh man,
I don't think they're following storylines anymore. It's just whatever sticks at the time.
because
You
it's
know?
definitely different from when it was when you were watching it because it was like, you know, if the Ultimate Warrior, what you saw on the, in the ring is what you saw outside the ring.
Yeah.
So, whatever Macho Man, if he had, some heat with someone, he had heat with someone. And we know who he had heat with. We know Miss Elizabeth was Hulkamania was running wild with Miss Elizabeth. We know about that. You can't tell us that wasn't happening.
Wow.
Man.
And that's why I love the Attitude Era so much. I know that it's probably something like you know, uh, a beaten up record, but Attitude Era had these storylines. You were invested. I remember it had times. In the Attitude Era, I had two favorite wrestlers: Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Rock will go into that match and he will trash talk, and you would believe him. It had times in school I would be like, yeah, Rocky going on, win this championship tonight. And somehow, when he was a face, he used to get screwed over a lot, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then as a
And like and you know what? I was so invested into it, I would be angry and go to school the next morning and tell my friends, "You guys see that mess? You guys see that crap?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, you see that?" And lunchtime will be all about wrestling. Nowadays, days it's like, "Oh, okay, it's on TV," and just turn the channel. I'm just being honest.
yeah, Stone Cold is one of my favorites because I think
Yeah,
because during the Attitude Era, I think he was the most relatable. He just beat up his boss, and
yeah, yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you
We
get
yeah we'd love to
sometimes you
see
get
that.
one of the sometimes you get one of those bosses where in your mind you just wish you could just hit him with a stunner sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You were chomping at the bit, to see Vince get a stunner. You just wait for him to get a stunner. Right? And you know that I used to like too a lot. You see when factions run interference. So the guys will be fighting, and then you'll see two other members run out, and then everybody run out, and you'll have this big brawl in the ring. Man, that was classic. Love that.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I think I know I didn't do I know this is off topic, but I didn't get a chance to do my top figures last year, but if I did, I would have put the two newest figures that had the double jointed knees for the women's figures, which was Becky Lynch and Kyrie Sane. Those I got off ringside and they just barely made it last year. But that
Okay.
Kyrie she's great. Like the face scan is cool. She comes with her little pirate hat and her little steering wheel and her what's it called? Her little
But the is the steering wheel you're talking about, or the
uh
telescope, the looking
that's what it
glass?
was. Yeah, the little telescope thing. I thought it was
Oh yeah.
cool. I have her without the jacket thing. I think it's cool that they made it so you can fit her arm through, but I don't like the big bulky rubber rubber clothing things that they do. I
Oh
usually
yeah.
do the
But the jacket, it's pre-posed, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like about that.
Was
uh
she released last year? Was
yeah,
she?
she came out in what wave did she come out in? She came out with was it with she came out in a wave with someone, but I know I got her off ringside when they had the Black Friday sale. Um,
Hmm. Well, because I was saying, because I picked her up early. I guess just because I live here in a state that's everything comes out late. This was even before everything was happening, but we still get stuff late. And this year is the first time I've seen her. I thought she came out this year. So
Okay.
she'll probably be on my list for this
Yeah.
this year.
All right. So guys, she came out on that's Elite 73. Yeah.
oh,
Um.
okay. Cause yeah, I never saw her in the store. I never saw her or Aleister Black or yeah, I never saw any of these
Um.
figures.
Then it had the Triple H, Elias, Daniel Bryan with the championship, the Eco
Hmm.
Championship. That's when he had the brown belt.
The
And
hemp belt.
yes, yes. Yeah. And I think this Sin no, that's Sin Cara. I think so.
Uh oh no,
No, go
he's in the was that Grand Metalik. That's
Grand
that
Metal.
one. And then it was Kyrie. Yeah, I didn't see any of that wave. That's one of the frustrating things when you collect these wrestling figures because some collectors will get the wave in one area and then you'll never see the wave ever in your area, but you'll see the next wave or the wave before that, but you'll never see that wave, and then
Yeah,
you
I
try
I
to you try to get it off Amazon and then they sell out.
yep.
It's
And then you have to contend with the third party stores with the crazy prices. Some of them.
yep. And
Yeah, I
it's weird because I never saw Kyrie, but then I went into Walmart one day after work and they had a Pete Dunne sitting on the shelf. And I was like, the one figure I never found. And then they do these chase figures and stuff like that. And they'll
oh
only pack them in like
could
limited amounts in the cases. And it's like,
yeah
oh,
could we segue into the AEW figures? I
yes, we
can't
certainly
wait.
can.
I
We can
can't
certainly talk
wait.
about the AEW figures.
Dibs on Kenny Omega. Dibs on Kenny Omega.
Oh,
When
yeah.
are they supposed when are they supposed to be coming out?
They're set to release in August, and they said that they're not going to be delayed, so they are coming out in August. And I thought about pre-ordering them, but I think I'm gonna wait until they show up in the stores. I think. I know for me, I'm gonna be getting
Yeah,
the
yeah, because I'm
uh-oh, did he drop from the
Hey,
call?
I don't know. I still seen him there.
I'm here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. I thought he dropped from the call.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right. Great.
Okay. Um, I know that I'll be grabbing Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. I know I'll be getting those,
But
and then
those guys scaling good with Mattel stuff.
oh yeah, a
Oh,
lot of people
okay.
were worried about whether or not they were going to scale, and someone had taken a what was it the Hurricane Elite that came out, and they put it side by side, and they scale. They're the exact same height. Um, so I know the ones they have right now, at least for this first wave, it's Chris Jericho, it's Cody and Brandy Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and then there's Kenny Omega, and then they're doing what was it, 1 in 1,000 something, where it's a Chris Jericho where you see him. It's the one that they're releasing, but there's a chase version that's
Yes,
limited to
the
a certain
chase.
amount
Yeah.
of pieces, but he's gonna come with the AEW championship belt, and then
Uh,
they're doing a Cody Rhodes in the Star Trek attire. But
okay.
if you don't find that Chris Jericho, they have a ringside exclusive version where it's they call it a little bit of the bubbly Chris Jericho, where
Uh,
it comes in it comes in a box where it has the a picture of the champagne bottle on it, and it's cool. Let me
yeah.
see if I can screen share this on here. I know that was an option. Let me see.
I
Uh,
thought
let's see.
Kenny Omega was getting two figures too. I thought. I thought.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Right, great.
yeah, I'll show that in a minute. Yeah, this is what the box looks like. It's like a champagne bottle in the
Oh,
box,
okay.
and it's cool because it's not the same figure that the single release is getting. The difference is the face, and then he comes with the table with the champagne bottles and the little catering plate and the cups and the bucket with the ice in it and the belt, and uh and then yeah, that's what it'll look like.
You
Which
you guys,
it's
yeah. Sorry, but you guys realize that Mattel, what was it? What I should say? We have less articulation in the basic figures now.
oh
Yeah.
for the $10 ones, the
Yeah.
okay.
Instead of the bicep swivel, they're giving you a elbow hinge and swivel, and not really a huge fan of that. I find it looking a little bit more door-like now instead of you know looking more like Ken. So Elite Ultimates for me all the way.
I think it's funny though because it's taken Mattel this long to give the women the the double jointed knees, but then
Yeah.
if you go here down to the Brandy figure of or the figure they're doing for Cody's wife, look at that right off
Yeah,
that the
yeah,
double jointed elbows and the arms, and she has the same articulation as the male figures. Even though she has heels, she still has the same articulation, but Mattel says they can't do this stuff because it's too much money and you have to sculpt new stuff. But Jazzwares just knocked it out of the park.
yeah. Even Hasbro don't even want to give the ladies any double jointed elbows. I
Yeah.
find that weird.
Even the boxes look cool. I didn't even realize that. Those are gonna look cool on the pegs at
Yeah,
the stores. So I don't know if they're gonna be hitting all the stores or if they're just gonna be hitting Walmart because I heard that AEW has a partnership with Walmart. So I don't know if it's going to be the case with the Ultimate Editions where you'll only see it or they'll only pop up at Walmart, or if they'll be hitting everywhere.
Huh.
let's see. Hey, what about the NECA Teenage TMNT guys? You guys going after the April O'Neil and the Casey Jones?
I haven't been collecting none of those. I got the movie figures. I kind of want the movie ones.
Oh, okay.
That's what you want to talk about. I saw the cartoon ones are coming out pretty soon, but I'm waiting on the movie ones. I've been doing
Yeah,
more movie stuff, so
So good news with the movie Casey Jones and the trench coat Ralph, they're going to be hitting this month.
Okay.
And they're going to be, check Walmart. They said it's a Walmart exclusive.
Wait, that's $95 I see in there.
Yeah, it's the that was the Kenny Omega Ayindi was talking about, where it's
right. Oh, you're getting your ring with him too. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so you get it's one of the nicer rings where it has the soft good ring skirt and the metal the metal clips and the ring posts are the metal ones, like the what they call it, the authentic scale WWE ring. And then if you needed a smaller one, they're doing a smaller one. Let me see. Here it is. This is the smaller one. So it's like the Mattel one, but it's the ring posts or the ring posts are different.
Okay.
But this one you don't get a figure with, which it's weird because I remember when Jax used to do the rings, they used to come with at least one figure, and then if it was like a special pack, it used to come with two of them. Like if it was the I know with the Hell in a Cell and the Chamber, it came with two of them. But yeah, those AEW figures look good, and then the New Japan figures that that Super 7 are doing.
Yep, those looking awesome too.
I've been thinking about getting one of them too. I'm trying to decide. I know who I want to get is what's his name?
Was it
Takashi?
I want Tanahashi and the Rainmaker guy. I forget his name.
Oh, Okada. Yeah, that was the one I was looking at. The thing with these ones is that they're not going to hit stores, so they're only going to be a limited release. At least that Super 7 is doing, like with the with the Thundercat stuff and stuff like that.
That's why, because I actually did get Chitara from the Thundercats. I actually have that one pre-ordered, so because she's my character, so that was one thing I was gonna get regardless. But so that's
so. So, Ayindi, you have any other Thundercat figures other than the Chitara? That's the first one.
I got the while I was at GameStop, that Jackal Man. When they showed up in GameStop, I actually got him. So.
Okay.
But I don't have. I need to get a lion though. I do. But I definitely wanted to get Chitara, if anyone. So.
Yeah.
But.
I want to get some Super 7 stuff, but then waiting for the Mattel He-Man, the 5.5 with the new articulation stuff. That line kind of intrigued me, so probably will get both. So yeah, but the Chitara definitely looking cool. If it was anyone out of that line, I'll definitely get her.
And then they said they're doing another wave for the New Japan stuff. It's weird because I don't see the other AEW figures on here, so I don't think they put pictures of the second wave. But I know they're doing John Moxley for the second wave.
Oh, Dean Ambrose. Yeah.
Yeah, they they did his figure quick. A lot of them. Let me see if I can.
Are they gonna do an Orange Cassidy?
Oh, hey, yes, yes, that, yeah, wow. Yeah, I'm a geeking off here. That's my guy. That's my guy. Coolest wrestler ever.
Wrestles with his hands in his pocket.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
never I've never seen anyone wrestle like that. He's like doing flips and
yeah.
kick kick ups with his hands in his pocket. Yeah, they have the let me see. That's the John Moxley.
Okay. Head sculpt looks good.
A lot of people were asking why they had the pegs in here,
Oh, the
and I
pegs.
think I think it's because of Mattel because they have the way that they do their figures. I think that was a thing they couldn't do, or at least that's what I heard, but I'm not.
That is that it, or is it because it's just a prototype, so they just had the pegs in?
Um, it could be. I guess we wouldn't know until they hit. I think it's cool though that the Kenny Omega is the Kirito, the SAO attire. I can't remember what night he wore this, but I think that's cool that any costume. I hope they do the Halloween ones where he came out as I know the Young Bucks they came out as Ken and Ryu from Street
Yeah.
Fighter.
Yeah. My once this line does good, I could see them doing it.
I know they did a Dustin. Yeah, there he is. I don't know why it's there. It is. They have
What you?
potential.
Yeah, I think the head sculpt's looking real good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I had some doubts on the figures because I thought they were just gonna look cartoony like the Fortnite figures, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
They look good. Even
Good.
the
Oh, that's
Hangman looks
Hangman
good.
Page, right?
Yeah, they look, and then they did an MJF too, where he has the the scarf and the microphone.
Okay.
And it's weird. It's like the microphones are in scale with them. Like the Mattel ones are usually like the handles are fatter and the tops are a little bit thicker. But these ones they look different. I like that
Yeah.
they did a soft goods scarf for him. And I think they did the same thing with the Chris Jericho. But yeah, I think Jazzwares is might be coming after the crown. I think for the oh this is the chase Chris Jericho where he has
Okay.
the soft goods and the belt,
Nice.
and then I don't know where the Cody
I,
Rhodes.
I don't remember seeing that one in Toy Fair though. That one in particular.
But yeah, they need to. I don't know how they would do an Orange
Well,
Cassidy figure though, where I guess if you popped his hands off and just had them close to the pockets of his pants,
Hmm.
or I don't know, or if they did like a set of interchangeable legs or something where they had hands sculpted in them, so you just peg the hands on and you can have him with his hands in his pocket.
I I would think they will have like interchangeable pocket pieces that could connect via the wrist. So you'll peg it into the pants and you'll just plug the wrist into the pockets. I don't know. That's how I would do it. But I don't know how they'll go about doing that. Unless they make the pants soft goods. And you could put the figure hands in the pants pockets.
That's probably would be the best way to go. Make the pants soft goods. That'd probably be the best way to go.
I think that would probably be the best option for them to do. But yeah, I
I
think
hope it,
it's
Jazz,
nice that there's competition now
yeah,
for
definitely.
for the wrestling figures because at one point it was
That's what
just
I was gonna say. This would,
oh go ahead.
yeah, this should make Mattel uh get their distribution act and get it together too. So like get every wave in stores, not have like you said, you'll see one wave and then you'll miss a whole entire wave and then see the next wave. So this should hopefully this gets Mattel their act together too with some competition. You know,
Yep.
if we find these in stores, find them, just find every wave constantly of AEW figures. That should hopefully get Mattel's act together. Get all their waves in stores and not be skipping waves. Because like you said, I just seen the wave with Nia Jax. They're just showing up in my WalMarts now. I've never seen that wave, and they're just now showing up in my WalMarts.
What are you
Which
talking
one
about?
the
The Elite?
With Nia Jax with the three heads, and I don't know who else was.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow, that's
they just showed up
the
in my
one
WalMart.
with the Ronda Rousey with the
Yeah,
jacket, right?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. Just
That
showing
was
up in my
what?
WalMart.
That's Elite. What was that? Elite. I'll have to look that up real quick. But that was one of the older Elites. GameStop had those on clearance.
Huh,
Mm,
Elite 65.
Wow. That's
yeah.
ooh.
So yeah, if AEW, I mean, if they get their figures out on time and they don't skip waves, yeah, this maybe that'll help Mattel, get their act together because they, like I said, with their DC figures, their distribution was just terrible. So they need to get their act together. Have somebody maybe give them a swift kick in the butt or something.
So
You know.
what AEW or what Jazzware said regarding those figures, they said that this wave, the first wave is coming out in August, and then second wave is coming out in October. So they're going to be coming out every other month with waves.
Hmm.
So instead of the what is it, the
Can't wait.
Mattel Elites, where I think those ones were, I want to say it was like every few months. Because I know they had the ones for SummerSlam they do in the summer, or towards the end of the summer, and the top talent ones they'll do in the wintertime. But yeah, they definitely, this needs to be a wake up call to Mattel to start changing shit on their figures because there's a lot of things that could be changed. Because I like the Ultimate Edition figures, although I think the only thing I don't like is the torso. I don't, and I think I only have two of them. I have the SummerSlam Demon Balor where he has the head with his tongue sticking out, and I don't like the torso that much. So what I might do is and it'd be a pain in the ass to do, is to take all the parts off and then put them on one of the regular elite torsos and then have to paint all that on, which would suck. Or something that I thought about doing was taking or ordering another one of the Ultimate Edition figures, the Demon Balors, and taking the arms and the legs and putting them on the regular Elite one, and the feet. That way, it would just be that would be what I would consider the ultimate one. I know they're doing the uh, the NWO Hulk Hogan figure, and he's gonna have butterfly joints. So now the newer figures are gonna have butterfly joints now. I was talking about the Ultimate Edition figures, and then I wasn't hearing anything on your end,
Yeah, yeah, we
and
hear.
then I was like, "What happened?" And then I looked, and it said the connection was lost, and I was like, "Wait a minute." I checked, and my phone had died because I'm using the hotspot off my phone, and so I guess it wasn't plugged in all the way. So that that's what happened. It seems like it's just been technical difficulties. Technology is it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, they're doing the butterfly joints for the NWO Hogan figure. So we'll have to we'll have to see how well the butterfly joints are, because some companies they'll do it, but they'll kind of do it half-assed, and they'll put it in there, but you can only move it back like a centimeter or something like that. Something weird. So we'll have to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a project I'm gonna
Okay.
see how that turns out with the Ballers. So what exactly did I miss as I was uh
Well,
I was trying
well, we
to.
were, yeah, no problem. I was talking to Ayindi about what pickups he got recently, and we also touched on the new Lady Death figure that's coming out. And yeah, yeah,
I was saying if they I don't know if you know about Dawn, but she's part of that whole I think the same company, but they do her. I may get also the Red Sonia. That one's looking pretty interesting too.
yeah, yeah,
I
it
may
does.
do the Red Sonia, but
Anybody gonna take anybody gonna buy the Ultimates, the TMNT from Super 7? Interested? I just want the shredder.
I
no,
know I was looking at the mutagen man, but then I saw the price and I was like, I might just track down I might just track down the old Playmates one, because so
You-
I always found that one so fascinating for some reason, that
yeah, welcome to
he
the club.
that he was like just a brain, and uh it was just organs in a little tank, and then he had the little extra pieces that if you filled it up with water, it would just kind of float in there.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one. You guys ever regret getting rid of all the old figures right now?
uh,
I know I have.
old getting old figures.
Yeah, I regret losing my GI Joes, my O rings.
Yeah, uh, there was a Transformer that actually had a the old cup, and
Okay.
I lost him, and I don't know what happened to him. I wish I had him right now. Yeah.
Um, I don't know about any old. Well, maybe. I'm sure I'll find something that I had as a kid. Actually, you know what? I was looking at something on eBay because one day I don't know how I came across it, but all of a sudden I was looking at so growing up for me they had, or it might have started out in the late 90s but then progressed into the 2000s. It was a cartoon series called Rescue Heroes. I don't know if you've ever heard of those.
Yeah, yeah, I saw those figures, big bulky guys.
Yeah,
I remember.
I had those, and I always liked the cartoon because it was so interesting that uh there was this, I guess, I don't even know what you would call it, like a task force, I guess. But then if you say task force, then it sounds too like military. But essentially, it was a task force of different medical personnel from all over the world that
Okay.
were on call, 24/7 if there was, an eruption or, a
Yeah,
forest fire or something that got to the extreme that the regular authorities couldn't handle. They would call them in, and it would be just, I don't know, just different ethnicities and all that type of stuff, which I thought was
yeah,
cool because everyone got represented.
yeah, yeah,
It's like one of those things that you don't really see that often with cartoons and stuff, or if they do, it's one of those forced things. Um, it's one of that was one of those things I meant to sit down and talk about. Um, was I wanted to sit down and talk about cartoons. I think was one of the discussion things I wanted to do, but I never
okay,
got around to it. Because I grew up watching. Uh, I don't know. I grew up watching a lot of different cartoons from the like some of the Hanna Barbera stuff, um, like the Flintstones and the Jetsons and stuff, and then I had some of the stuff from the '90s, like the Powerpuff Girls and Samurai Jack, and and then I had some of the weird ones like Courage the Cowardly Dog, and
hey, take that back, take that back.
what?
Courage was courage was a G. Courage was a G.
it's it's one
I
of
love that
those.
show.
Yeah, it was one of those gems. Like I had what was it, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, which I thought was weird that they gave like the Grim Reaper like a Rastafarian
Yeah,
like accent or something.
yeah,
Um but yeah, I had the Codename Kids Next Door, that was another one I watched. And then I had the 2003 Teen Titans, that was another one I watched. Uh which I know a lot of
yeah,
people that are like around my age that remember that show, and they kept it as a cliffhanger. They never did a sixth
yeah.
season, and then when they said they were gonna do that, we all got excited, and then they did some crappy crossover with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Teen Titans Go. I was like, oh,
I mean, oh boy. Um, hmm. The last, all right, from what I remember now, the last best animated series I watched was the Justice League.
that
Yes.
was the Justice League animated one, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Yes.
I mean the animation, everybody looked the same. The guys had the same big broad shoulders, slim waist and stuff like that. But the storyline and strange thing, um, I wasn't as in, this whole thing with who's a Marvel guy and a DC guy kind of thing. I was more on Marvel side, so Spider-Man, the Hulk. X-Men the animated series. That was my jam back in the day, and my friends also. So used to talk about that, and I would never really much up on DC too much, and that cartoon was going around, and my uncle told me, I was like, what? I saw it one day, it was showing on cable, and I was like, what's this? And he was like, he said, bro, he said, this is a new DC cartoon. He said, this thing real, it's great, it's a good show. And I was like, well, no, I know much about, I know Batman and Superman and things. I used to watch the animated series and stuff. Cool, love those. I was not much of, as I said, not much of a DC guy. And one day, I say, you know what? Let me just give this show a chance. And I was just hooked. Back then, it was like, I don't know, early, well, where I'm from, early 2000 something, everything was like on DVD. So you'll have a DVD store on almost every corner when you go to the city. And I bought out the whole series, sat down and just binge watched that thing for the whole weekend and got hooked. That was an awesome cartoon. They put their heart and soul into that. And what I like about the DVDs I got, they had like special features. So the creators would comment on certain things they did and the ideas that they had and stuff like that. And man, that, as I said before, that was one of the best animated cartoons to come out. These days, I find the animation, because I do art. I didn't do it in school, but I love doing it. You know, I teach myself to draw and stuff like that. And I find the animation these days kind of lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it seems like uh the cartoons now are just
yeah, lazy.
AD
It's like,
it's like
look at
ADHD type of
look
like
look at
cartoons now.
yeah, look at Thundercats Raw. I remember Strident had like I think a 3 hour or 4 brains on talking about new animation and the new Thundercats cartoon. And I agree with him. I don't like it. The guy said he was a fan, but after watching, you guys watch the first episode?
I didn't see. I saw that the trailer of that. I wasn't
Man,
even
I
anyway. So
know
that was a
I've
joke.
never seen like the actual I never got a chance to watch the 80s cartoon, and then I didn't get a chance to watch the reboot they did. But I always
So,
found the animation fascinating because of I don't know, for some reason I love the seven or the like the 70s and the 80s like animation
yeah,
because it stands out to you, and it's so recognizable. It's like if you see it, it's like, yeah, that's I know what this
yeah,
is.
you
And
guys,
then I saw it and they like I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. Some of my collector friends are not going to be happy about this because
yeah, and
this is them taking their childhood and just kind of messing with it.
man, you guys ever seen the intro for the Thundercats cartoon in the 80s? That is the
yeah,
most epic thing I've ever seen. Man, the animation on that was so good. It was so good.
I don't know. It's weird because now it seems like now it's the generation of trying to reboot things and trying to I don't know, try to re-release things
Yeah, yeah.
that
And
were
I mean,
great, and
and,
it's
and I mean,
so weird.
yeah, and I mean, come on. It has a lot of people outside there with ideas.
I
And to me, I just think that they're afraid to try something new and that it will fail. But back then, that is what these guys did. You know, they had fresh ideas and they weren't afraid to take a chance on these ideas. No, these days is like a rehash after rehash, a reboot after reboot. They're rebooting He-Man again.
and
I
it's
mean,
weird because they try to do this with anime too. Like they're trying to take Cowboy Bebop and trying to make it a live action thing.
uh, That's not good. Some animes just remain anime. I don't. Some of them when you do them live action, just don't translate well. That's even the Japanese making them. Some of their live action of some animes
Oh,
just don't work
I
well. So
think the worst one that I can think of, and I'm not even the biggest fan of this anime, but it was the Attack on Titan one was so it was so laughably bad that oh man, it was bad. Like the CGI was horrible, and it was I think I saw some clips of it, but I never watched the full movie because I saw how bad it was, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to put my money invest in that.
One animated motion picture I'd like, actually two. It was the Samurai X. I think you guys remember as Kenshin Humura.
uh,
Those weren't bad, and I heard a new one coming out. And then I'd actually like the Bleach live action. I'd I'd enjoy that one. So yeah, and I know they could be cringeworthy at times. You guys know about Gantz,
now who?
the anime?
Now who?
Where's Ayindi?
What anime?
Gantz, Gantz.
Uh,
Yeah, you guys should check that out. Check out the anime. Yeah, it's real cool. But yeah, that a couple I'd like, but other than that, I think they should just leave it alone. Leave it alone.
you was talking about Justice League. That's kind of when because a while I was out comic books and I was more into more to anime and stuff. And that's when it seemed like all anime characters were starting to be the same.
Yeah,
Uh, Too much fan service a lot too. There was one manga I was reading that was really a lot of fan service, and it was like I wasn't reading it for fan service, but then I was getting back into comics, and then Justice League came out, so that was like the perfect storm for me. That like you said, that was one of the best superhero cartoons of all time, in my opinion. Yeah.
yeah. It was really good.
Oh, they just reminded me to see if there were any updates on that figure. Uh, that just reminded me to check to see if there was any updates on the figure arts Faye Valentine.
Oh,
Forgot
they
about
released.
that. I think they said she was supposed to come out. I think they said this. They said sometime this year. Um, which I'm waiting on that figure, and I still have to get the Vicious figure. But that Faye Valentine, she looks good. I know people were criticizing it because there's this small like centimeter gap between the parts of her breast and her chest.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, and and I think I mentioned this when I did my Spike review because I talked about it a little bit, but I don't know if there was any other way that they could have went around that without cutting off articulation. I mean, they could have just straight sculpted it just to the chest, but you would you would have lost articulation there. But I can't find any information on her. It was like it was like last year towards it was November last year. That's when they the images started popping up, and then from then up till now we haven't heard a single thing, which I hope they didn't cancel this figure because I will be extremely disappointed because Figure Arts has this tendency to never finish. If they ever do teams, they never, or they'll rarely finish like anime teams, not like the Sentai teams or anything, but like teams from anime and stuff. And I really Figure Arts is the only one that actually went through and got the license to do Cowboy Bebop figures near the scale of what we
Well, I'm
collect.
I'm worried about Figure Arts because I'm worried about the Street Fighter line. I'm still waiting for the Sagat to come out, and their Naruto. Well, I wasn't big into it anyway, but their Naruto line is about dead. Uh, they did the Rama 1 and 2. They just did. I think they just did 2 figures from that anime. And then
Yeah,
there's no more. So I don't know. Figure Arts seems like they're concentrating on the Dragon Ball stuff and the Marvel cinematic stuff. I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah,
but I'm
Besides the
hoping
Kamen Rider stuff.
yeah. I still waiting for a SHF Balrog Dalzen.
Yeah, I'm hoping this line isn't canceled. I hope it's not. But they haven't.
because I have the
There hasn't been no.
oh, go ahead.
I said there hasn't been any reveals or anything. I haven't seen anything, any new figures coming out from that line. So I don't know.
Man, and the Sota Balrog's so expensive. And then Storm Collectibles might release one coming soon, but when? Yeah, I actually have a shelf dedicated to Street Fighter because I love the game. And yeah, just waiting for a few figures to pop up.
The only Street Fighter figure that I have at this moment is the Figure Arts Chun-Li because I never got the Ryu, and and then whenever I had a chance or had gotten enough to get the Ryu, then he jumped up to, I think it was like seven or not even 70. What is he, like 80, 90 now? And then you go on eBay and he's more than
Yeah,
that now.
yeah.
But I was happy to get Chun-Li because she was the first Street Fighter game I ever played was I played Street Fighter 2 on. I had a game for my what was it, for my PlayStation 2? It was like a Capcom collections
Okay.
game disc, and it had Street Fighter 2. I think it had the Championship edition, and I think it had Turbo on there. And the two that I played most was what was it? Blanca and Chun Li. So I still have to get that Blanca, but I do love that Chun Li figure though. She's great. She's got the she's got the thick. She's got the hips. She's got the Chun Li hips, which I'm happy
Yeah,
about. That was
I
the I think that was
I
the one thing that people who watched the Street Fighter 2 the animated movie, I think that's what all of us were attracted to. Like, ooh,
yeah,
Chun Li,
and,
fine.
and I was disappointed in the NECA Street Fighter line because instead of giving us variants, they could have given us like other characters. I don't know if it was a licensing thing, but you get like two or three different versions. Ken, and
Yeah,
yeah, you could have got more characters.
I had got to that line late too. So I'm not sure what went on with that line, but like you said, yeah, they should have did more figures and just doing variants of the
Yeah,
first three.
Yeah, the only figure from NECA I really want the Street Fighter line is the Sea Viper. You remember her? Ayindi?
Yeah, I have that figure.
You
I
have
have
that
that.
one? Yeah, I want to get that figure. But are they, you should get into the Street Fighter line. I mean, I, I shouldn't be telling you that because we're not sure what's going to happen to that line because you don't want to be like six figures in and they just cancel it. It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to get I need to get Cammy as well, and Ken, and then Blanca too.
Yeah. Get your hands on that Vega, though. That Vega figure.
Oh yeah,
Real.
I need that Vega for sure. But I know Ayende, I think you might have dropped out of the or you might have not been on, but we were talking about the I think a little bit about the Overwatch Ultimates figures that Hasbro did, and I wasn't sure if you had gotten just the one figure, or if you had a few of them, or if you wanted
Oh, I
to
only
talk
got.
about those.
I had gotten that. I had gotten. What is her name? Um, the lady from Russia. I had gotten her.
Oh, Zarya.
That's
Yeah, I
the
got
tank,
her,
right?
and I did get the. It was the 2-pack on sale. The Genji and Hanzo.
Uh-oh. Oh,
No.
I thought you dropped out. Zorpx, I thought you dropped out because I saw
No, I'm here.
your.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay. Go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I, yeah. I got the Genji and Hanzo 2-pack when they went on sale. So I did get those. That actually my the back on Genji, the back his back sheath
Right.
had fell off. I had to glue it back on. I don't know if that was a common problem because I didn't see any reviews on it. Probably need to go back and see. But I had to glue it back on because I don't know. That was the only problem I had with it. I was disappointed with that Hanzo because it's art. It's not bad, but it just the way they articulate him was kind of disappointing. They didn't. They could have gave him an ab crunch too, but they just did the waist thing, and uh, he was kind of a disappointment. I like his design more than Genji's, but he was kind of more of a disappointment.
Yeah,
But
it's such a strange turn of events for that line because a lot of us that like the designs and the characters from Overwatch, but don't play the game for whatever reason. When we saw it at Toy Fair, I think it was like what a year ago that we were getting these figures. We were pretty excited because no one other than Figma was doing the Overwatch
Yep.
line, and then uh, I had gotten Sombra first, and then I bought Tracer. Someone had found Tracer for me, um, and those were the only two I paid full price for. And then all of a sudden, uh, some of the 2 packs and stuff weren't showing up, and then the distribution got real thin with the characters, and I never saw any of the figures except for GameStop. And then they all of a sudden just went on clearance, and then that's when I was helping Stryden out because he was looking for them, and uh, he has the same issue that you did and or you do with the distribution problem, where you'll see some things and then you won't see some things pop up at your stores. And so I helped him out with those, and then all of a sudden they started popping up at like Ross and TJ Maxx during Christmas time, and then that was it. They just canceled it, and I don't know. I mean, there are several reasons why it could have been canceled. Um, and they're not bad figures for what they are. Uh, especially for, you know, however much you got them for. Uh, but it's weird because there are like inconsistencies with some of the figures. Like some of the figures don't have articulation that suits their characteristics. Like Tracer is a run and gun character and she's very agile, but she doesn't have the articulation to warrant, her style of character. And it's strange because around the same time I got that Ultimates Tracer was the same time I found that Figma Tracer uh, and bought her off eBay for the $30, I think is what I got her for. And I use her more than the other Tracer because she just has the better articulation. It's a shame because she's one of my two favorite characters from the game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's weird because the first wave it seemed like very few characters had the butterfly joints. Like I think the only two characters that had it were, I know Soldier 76, he had the butterfly joints. I think the Gabriel Reyes figure had it. I think Lucio had it, and I think someone else had it, but no one else had the other articulation. It's just I think that and I don't know. There's a lot of it's just weird to try to figure out what really happened to this line, and it sucks because now they just did Overwatch 2, and those designs look more badass and more futuristic than the original designs. Like Tracer has a different chrono
Wait,
accelerator for her chest, and then Genji
Overwatch.
has the hood with the katana.
Overwatch has that too.
I know they did. They had a
Wow.
trailer, I think, for the second. Yeah, they do have a second game now.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just really weird to try to figure out what happened to the line because there were a lot of characters we never got.
Yeah, I mean, you remember while you were live streaming, I was saying I just wanted Diva in her mecha as well, in her original colors.
And it wouldn't
Never
have
did.
been hard to do either. They could have just had her with the mecha, but instead they went and did because I think Hasbro had figured out when they had gotten the license that they could have gotten really lazy with the line because the thing with Overwatch and a lot of the kind of team shooter games is that with characters you'll have different costumes and skins and stuff like that, and their way of capitalizing on that was to just give you the same figure just painted differently, which
Yeah.
isn't how the game works because there's so many different skins and stuff like that. And then with the when the anniversary of the game rolled around, all they did was they gave us Diva, but they gave us to her in a 4-pack in like a really shitty color with some other really shitty colored versions of characters that we already got. I think was stupid. So now the only person that's making Overwatch figures is Figma, and I don't know how much longer they're gonna keep doing those Overwatch figures.
Yeah, I think the distribution was the thing. I noticed was even at my GameStop now, there's still a lot of those figures still in the clearance thing. I think they may have overshipping GameStop. One thing, some of the like that, like the 2-packs, the second wave 2-packs, never
Yeah,
showed up in stores. Like they never showed up in the retail stores. They only went to GameStop. I don't know. One of my game shops has like a ton of tracers. That's all they got in the clearance thing. They sitting there.
I know
Uh,
I know Five Below is getting some of these Overwatch figures, so I don't know. Do they have Five Belows in your area,
we
Ayende?
just we're just gonna start getting one. They just now coming out here. I was in first five stop. I mean, first Five Below I had to go to was when I went and visited my parents in Florida. That's the first time I went to a Five Below. But now we're getting out here in Colorado, so they're finally coming out here. So
Because
uh,
if that wave with McCree shows up, I recommend getting him, especially if you can find him for the $5, because he's a solid figure. I think the only issue is the ankles. You just have to, and it's a simple fix too. You just have to make the hole in the lower part of the legs if you pop the foot out.
how long? What line's gonna go first? They got all these lines out, so we'll see.
And
It
it's
seems
strange.
like they're cutting back on their basic figures for stuff too. So we'll see.
It's really strange because these were running up against the Lightning Collection figures, but I think people uh were, I guess they were using the Lightning Collection over these because these had more articulation and they didn't really have issues. I mean, some of them that I came across had some paint issues and stuff like that. I had to go through and, I mean, the White Ranger that I found, and that was, I think I had only seen him twice in the store, and he has like a little issue on the visor, but it's not that, noticeable unless you look at it up close, but some of these Overwatch figures, like some of the printing on the eyes and stuff was just off. But some of them, when you have when they don't have QC issues and stuff, they're really good figures. And they fit in.
I know she has that big gun.
Um, but yeah, a lot of those Overwatch figures they went down to, I want to say like $3 or something like that when GameStop had they had this huge sale, and I had, like I said in the live stream I did, I had no idea that this was going on because I'd woken up in the middle of the night, and it was like, I don't know, two o'clock in the morning or something like that, and I looked at my phone and there was like a little notification from Google, and I don't even know how I had this set up on my phone, but it's set up so that if I don't know, if something like wrestling related pops up, like some news article or something pops up, it'll tell me, but it never tells me these things when there's sales or something going on. But it said Hasbro Overwatch Ultimates Reinhardt, uh what was it, like seven something, and I was like, oh, this is probably something with eBay where it's $7, but then it's like, I don't know, 15 or 20 something for the shipping cost. But then it
Yeah,
sent me to the GameStop, and then I was like, what is this? And I clicked on the home button for GameStop, and it popped up and said all Overwatch, uh, everything Overwatch 75% off, and then it was like buy one get one 50% off of the any Hasbro stuff. And I was like, okay, I need to check this out. And it was like the two packs were like seven something, and the single carded figures were like like $3 or $4. And
mm,
then that four pack that I was just talking about was like $4 after the 75% off, and I was tempted just to get the Diva and Repainter, but then I would have got stuck with another Zarya, even though I have the regular one, and then I would have got stuck with another Pharah, so I passed on that. and I grabbed the Reinhardt figure because I knew that and it seemed like there was a real short window for him because as soon as I got him, I checked again and they had sold out of him. They sold out of all of the Storm collectibles figures that were, I think those were 75% off too. All their GameStop exclusive figures, like the Gears of War Marcus Phoenix was like $15. The
Oh,
one that was in the classic armor.
Yeah.
oh man, I wish I would known about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was one of those things where like it just came out of nowhere and I was
And
like
that was
that's
when? That was when?
um that was I want to say last week I think that
last week.
happened.
What?
Yeah.
Aye. Okay. Sad day.
I know. I don't know why GameStop does these like off the fly sales but then doesn't tell anybody because I know GameStop is struggling right now.
Mm.
Yeah,
Um so I guess that was just kind of a call to try to scrape some sales. Because they'll do these things where it's like you buy one of their bags and then whatever you put in it is like 50% off or some discounted uh price, and that usually happens in the summertime. But I've never seen them have a sale like they did uh during that time, and it was one of those things where it was like I guess in the span between either like 2 days or it was like 24 hours or something stupid on the online store. So, but yeah, if you do see the the McCree, definitely pick him up, especially if you see him for the 5. And then if you need like pictures on how to or how I did the Inko mod for him, I can send them because it was really simple. That's the only thing that really needs to be done on him. Because once you do that, he's pretty much good to go.
mm.
It's just because of the bottom of the chaps or what limits how much he can move his foot. But once you do that, you can get him moving a little bit more. Um, and then I think the only thing he was missing was the cigar for obvious reasons. But I made him one and I glued it to his mouth so he's always got a cigar. And it's weird because the Figma version actually has the cigar as an accessory that he can hold in his hand. But knowing Hasbro, they obviously did it because uh, they were trying to aim. I think they were trying to aim these towards kids. Um, but I don't think a lot of kids really know about Overwatch.
Yeah,
Um, so I guess maybe it
they're more
was,
Fortnite.
yeah, I think that was more the thing. I think it was more the older collectors probably were probably a better audience for these. And it's weird because after these got canceled, I think it was Netflix that said they were doing an Overwatch animated series, which I was like, why didn't they just wait until that came out and then had given us the figures? That way,
Yeah, it would
you
be
would have
fresh in
had
your mind.
something
Yeah. You know,
uh, tied into that.
yeah, yeah, you actually have a connection to the character. That's how they used to do it back then. No, why they're not doing it these days.
Uh,
Aye.
that was, let's see. Okay, so it says they're doing possibly 2 shows. They're doing one for Diablo and one for Overwatch. which I think that would work because I mean they did the Castlevania uh Netflix show, and then they did The Witcher, and that's done really good for them, and they might do an animated series for that. But I think that would really work, and I don't know, maybe that'll spark. Uh, Maybe Hasbro will drop the license, and then someone else can get it. Because I mean, if Jazzwares had gotten the license, I think if they were putting out Overwatch and Fortnite figures, um, and those AEW figures, I think they would become like probably a bigger company than Hasbro.
Yeah. I, I'm not so sure about the bigger company. Hasbro have their purist, but they'll be a bigger company. I don't think I don't know about getting bigger than Hasbro right now, but yeah, they do some good stuff.
I probably could have rephrased that better, or at least become a
Uh,
bigger, like
Yeah,
big enough to go,
Bigger
they'll,
competition.
just a
they'll fight
bigger,
in the
yeah,
comments.
a bigger competition for Hasbro.
Yeah, they'll definitely fight in the comments. You guys took part of the in the McFarlane Kickstarter for the Spawn, or did you guys just pass that?
I passed it just 'cause I'm not that familiar with Spawn, and I never really got into Spawn like some of the other uh
No, I
comic
didn't. I
figures.
didn't. I'm still trying to find the
The
Mortal
MP.
Kombat 11 version.
Uh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't get didn't back that. So
I hope I
Um,
hope I hope it won't be like a distribution problem.
I think that's what it was because the original uh Mortal Kombat Spawn came with the sword, and then about halfway through they decided to switch it to the mace. So some people were getting the sword versions, and then whoever pre-ordered the sword versions off BBTS are gonna get the mace versions.
Mm.
So I mean, it's just the only difference is the accessory, but some people or some collectors want that one specific accessory for their figures. Um, but I know we were talking about NECA a little bit earlier, and I saw they were doing Back to the Future figures, which
Love,
has
love the
me
movie.
yeah, which has me excited because that was one of the movies that I remember watching as a kid because I think my aunt really influenced me with a lot of the pop culture uh, stuff like Star Wars and Back to the Future and the Goonies and like a lot of popular 80s uh, cartoons and music and stuff like that. So I am definitely down for the Back to the Future figures. I know they only showed four of them. I think three versions of Marty and one version of Biff.
Yeah.
I know if they do the first movie version of Marty, I'll pick that one up, the one with the skateboard and the camcorder.
That's the ultimate one.
I think so, yeah, because
Yeah.
he has the backpack, the what was it, the backpack, the skateboard. I think he has it's either the bottle of Pepsi or it's the can of Pepsi. that he
Mm.
has. Oh no, he comes with the little guitar. That's what it was from when he plays it at the beginning of the movie and he destroys the
Yeah,
the mega amp,
because yeah,
and then he comes
uh,
with an alternative head with the
the
glasses.
glasses. Yeah, I'm watching it here right now. Oh boy, that
Um,
backpack looking like soft goods.
which one? Oh, the
In
backpack.
yeah, the Ultimate Marty. That looking like soft goods.
I don't mind if it's soft goods.
Mm.
If it's sculpted too, that's cool. But that Marty looks good. The the Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
Yeah.
Uh, Marty looks good too. Um, I mean, they look good. I don't think anyone else has done Back to the Future figures. I think what was it? Hot Toys might have done them, but that's in
Yeah.
the one
Out of
six
Hot
scale.
Toys.
Yeah.
And then they have the cartoon ones, which I'll probably pass on those ones and just get the movie
You
ones.
you know, out of all these figures, I just want the DeLorean. I love that car.
Um, what is it? I picked up. I saw them at Walmart. They're micro machine sized DeLoreans from Back to the Future.
Okay.
I think what was it? Jada made them, and they
Gina.
have yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
they had ones for Back to the Future. They had ones for the '89 Batman.
Hey, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good. I have
Uh,
a question for you guys after that. Yeah, you could go ahead.
so yeah, they had the '89 Batman, the little '89 Batmobile, and I bought them because I thought they would be cool for pictures, just to have, I don't know, one of my figures just driving it around like it's a Hot Wheel car or something. But they're cool. They're made of metal and the little wheels roll and stuff. And it was all three versions of the DeLorean. I think it was like $4, I think, at Walmart.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, that are they doing? Is it just the little cartoon DeLorean, or are they doing an
I think it was
actual?
from what I remember from Toy Fair was the cartoon DeLorean.
Oh,
I think so. Yeah.
oh, they got it. I remember they actually did a bigger scaled version of that DeLorean that I think fit the I know it was like years ago. It was like 2008 or 2009. They did this this big DeLorean that it lit up and it had like LEDs in it and the doors
I
open.
want Hot Toys by chance? You're not sure?
Uh, it might have been them, but I'm not too.
Yeah.
It might have actually, was it yeah, it was the Hot Toys DeLorean. That's what it was. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. That one was probably be too big, but it'd be cool if NECA could do that. I mean, it is possible. They did that mystery machine, which
Yeah.
I still
I
need to
know.
take I still need to take that out and take pictures with it. Because that thing it's so, I don't know, it's something about it I just like, because it reminds me of some of the toys that I had as a kid where they had, you push the button and it either lit up or it made some type of cheesy sound effect, or uh, I don't know, it was something cheesy that you would be like, oh, that's so cheesy now, but as a kid, you would just think it's the coolest thing ever.
Yep. I
And I think the best thing about it was like $20, and it fits figures, but companies will try to say that they can't do vehicles in the scale, um, and not charge a whole bunch of money for it,
yeah.
or will charge
Sure.
too much for it. And I know this is gonna happen with the Hasbro's newest acquisition. Um, I don't know. Is Ayindi? Are you here still, or did Ayindi drop out?
No, I've seen him there. He probably just stepped away for a bit.
Oh, Is he shy? I think he got shy. Because I wanted
Can you
to.
guys hear me? Cause you
Yeah.
guys are breaking up. That's why I think my phone, my battery's going low. So you guys
Oh,
hear me?
yeah. Good to go.
Yeah, you're good. So I guess we
You guys are
could.
breaking up.
I can. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay.
Andy, Andy,
Uh,
you there, bro?
yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool.
I'm here. I
We good?
just you guys are breaking up. You guys are breaking up on me.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I hear you. Good.
because I can hear you. I know I can hear you, Zorpx. I can kind of hear Yende.
You guys were breaking up on me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now
My
now I
phone.
can. Okay, now I can hear him.
All right, great.
So I think the last thing that we can talk about before we end this, um, is we could talk about the newest project Hasbro has decided to tackle. Well, I guess we could talk about the GI Joe classified stuff, and then I wanted to talk a little bit about the newest Black Series stuff that came out, and then we can call it quits, because I think altogether we've been on here. I want to say about 2 hours. Even though I had some issues at the beginning of this because I didn't turn the desktop audio on to record, so I lost about almost an hour worth of recording on that, which that was my bad. Um, but yeah, I would do want to talk about the classified series, because I know a lot of people are looking forward to this, and it's kind of a split in between. Uh, there's two sides of collectors on this. It's the ones that are all into this, and then there are some of collectors that aren't into this. So I do want to know, or would like to hear your thoughts on the classified series.
I want a RAM cycle. Hasbro, if you're listening.
So Zorpx doesn't want any figures; he just wants a RAM cycle.
All right. Okay. These new guys. I'll make my list. I'll pick up my favorite G.I. Joe characters. I'll win by everything. And
So
and as you said, it is a mixed bag. It has some people that like the new designs, and some people that just don't like it. And I
right,
think I fall in the don't like. I don't know.
it's
I
kind of
like it.
yeah, it's kind of one of
I
the
like I like the okay. So the direction with G.I. Joe, it can't stay 80s all the time. I understand that. You
right.
know, it must have progression. Things have to change. Let's get new updated stuff. I am all for that, right? But the weapon that Roadblock comes with, that I don't know. Couldn't they just give him an updated Marduce or something instead of that laser thing?
They gave him the jaws of life. That's
Yeah. Yes, that's it. That's it. They give him a jaws
so
of light
uh
with
so
lights.
Roadblock is a part-time firefighter. They call him whenever they need the jaws of life, and he comes
Yeah.
in and he helps the fire department out, and then he leaves.
But I was more looking forward to seeing the 80s stuff first, and then I'd agree with what Michael French said in Retroblasting. I mean, have a lot of collectors would love to see the 80s stuff first, and then you jump into the new stuff because it come like you're twisting my arm right now, saying that if these don't sell well, you guys mightn't get any more, and I really don't like these designs too much. You guys talk about the Pursuit of Cobra stuff. I find those designs were great. I think the GI Joe Resolute stuff, the designs for those characters look awesome. Why didn't go that direction instead of, as some people call it, these Fortnite looking GI Joe things? I don't know. I know that people disagree with me, but um, I like the more realistic looking kind of GI Joes with a little bit of the far fetched kind of ideas. But this kind of went left for me, and when I saw it, I was like, all right, let's see what it will do. But yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Ayende, if you're still there, what are your thoughts on the classified stuff?
You there, bud?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on the classified stuff? The GI Joe
Okay.
classified.
Well, I think, as I said, I thought when they showed that first picture of Snake Eyes, I thought maybe the designs would go more towards Pursuit of Cobra design. So, but I'll be cherry picking. Like, I do want to get this Destro because that one he does look pretty uh old school with
Yeah.
that look. But I'm just gonna wait and see who they release. And, they're probably gonna do a whole lot of Snake Eyes. And I am a Storm Shadow fan, but I don't need them to be releasing like 50 million Storm Shadows also.
Yeah. All right.
We need to see who. I want to see who they're gonna release. Are
Quick
they gonna
question.
go? Is this line gonna get canceled too? So we'll see.
Yeah. Top top.
Hope they're serious about bringing back GI Joe. We'll see. But for me, I'm just gonna be cherry picking. Like like I said, first I'm gonna get this Destro, and I'm waiting. Yeah, the Baroness and Cobra Commander too. The next wave, I'll probably get those two. But I want to see who else they're gonna release. Like I want Lady J and uh get Shipwreck and Alpine. I want to see what they do with those. You know,
I
Okay,
that's kind of my thoughts.
Zorpx.
can I man. Just it's not that touchy, but I'm a fan of the how they look. I would like the vintage looks, but um as I said before, the Resolute design, love those. I wish it went that direction though. Yeah. So.
So I think for me, it's also a mixed bag because I think it's cool that they're doing 6-inch GI Joes for, collectors that want the 6-inch Joes. But for me, I think GI Joe will always be in the 118 scale for me, just because that's what I grew up with.
Yeah, yeah, I
Was
agree.
with that. But if they do a Lady J or if they do Lady J, Flynn, and Beachhead, I will I will pick those up because those are my three favorite Joes. I think Lady J would be first, and then it would be Flint, and then it would be Beachhead.
Okay.
Just because I always liked Lady J. I always thought she was cool, and she was always my favorite ever since I watched A Real American Hero for the first time.
My favorite three would have been is Stalker, I Wanna Shipwreck, and Cover Girl. That's on the Joe side, and on the Cobra side is Cobra Commander. And depending on which Storm Shadow they choose to release, how they're gonna release them.
Because I know that they also said they were doing a 4-inch line,
Yeah,
but
I
we never
excited.
really heard.
Yeah, I excited for those, definitely. I hope they don't go to the O-ring. Um, I think that they should take a page out of the Joy Toy book of making 118 stuff and go in that direction and don't give us any O-ring stuff. Well, I love the O-rings, but let me have some
But hopefully,
progression.
and don't go back to 2 packs. Let's go do single packs again too.
Yeah, and let me get a lot of accessories, functional for um their job specification, and don't like give us random weapons that you know
Right, because
it's like
that's what they
yeah
did for the 50th stuff. They just kind of
yeah
didn't care.
yeah give us it's like I'll always go back to the 80s Joes before we start to get the weapons tree. We used to get weapons that used to correspond to the specialty. So let's get that in the new 4-inch and release some vehicles, some updated looking vehicles, updated
Because
vamp, updated ram.
I mean, if they go with if they try to uh, reintroduce or I guess bring back what they did with Pursuit of Cobra for the 4-inch stuff, I
Yeah,
think a lot of people would jump back on because that's when I was collecting because I had the Rise of Cobra stuff and then I had the Pursuit of Cobra stuff too. Um,
yeah,
and I dug some of the different figures they did. Like they did Shadow Tracker and then they did Spirit, but they did him as like Billy from Predator, which I think is
yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Um, and they also did like Beachhead with the flak jacket and the all the different guns and stuff. And they did Duke as Contra
Um,
Duke, where he had like the
but you,
giant
but yeah, you guys would be interested in getting vehicles for them or just
for the
figures?
4-inch ones or for
Yeah,
the
for the
6-inch
4-inch.
ones.
4-inch.
Yeah, I'd be down for it. I think because there really isn't a lot of 1/18 scale stuff going on at the moment. I think the only company that's doing it right now is Joy Toy because Leonard was doing it for the core stuff, and they were supposed to give us the Time Crisis stuff last year, and they still haven't given us that stuff. Which I'll actually look that stuff up real quick. So in terms of some of the Black Series stuff that they've shown so far, is there anything that you're interested in, Ayindi or Zorpx?
Um, is this still on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, I'm not apologizing to you guys. I'm apologizing to the angry mob that might be in the comments after. But yeah, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I like the movies, but
Yeah.
if
Say
if it
again.
if
You
it
broke up
yeah
on me.
yeah
Say again.
okay. If it's anything, um wow, this is embarrassing. What coming out with Star Wars?
So they're doing some of the retro uh figures, or they're doing some of the 6-inch figures in the retro packaging. They're releasing. They're doing a Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader. They're doing
Oh,
some
okay.
of
The what was that chick with the two lightsabers? I don't want to butcher her name.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. I want. All right. So any characters with lightsabers, I'll buy.
So
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I'm on the fence about, because I just had gotten the older Ahsoka Tano figure that they did for the Star Wars Rebels cartoon, and then
All
they
right.
just released. They're doing all of the Rebels characters from the cartoon, and they're re-releasing the Ahsoka. But I'm on the fence about it, because as much as
Yeah.
I like the Ahsoka that I have, I don't like the eyes that they did for her, or the other character that I have, which is Sabine. I like the more printed eyes. They just look better. Um, but I'm kind of on the fence about buying the same figure twice, type of thing.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's one of those weird uh situations.
You could always sell the old one.
That's true. I could do that. I might do
Yeah.
that.
Because I think I was watching someone's YouTube video the other day, and they had the comparison with the new and the old Ahsoka. And yeah, the new one looks better. It's just that the face is just shinier. What they say with the new plastic they're using, or whatever.
So I found some pictures of the Time Crisis stuff, because I know Yende got into the core stuff, right? When they, or the last figures they did, right? The new recruit ones, where they had the updated articulation. Uh-oh.
And
Did you drop out again, Yende?
yeah, did
Hello?
we lose him?
Did we lose you again? Yende.
And
You guys hear me?
yeah,
You guys
Now
keep
we
breaking
can.
up on me.
So
yeah.
you
You
got
guys are breaking
the
up on me. I
Oh,
think my phone, my battery's getting low here.
okay.
okay. So my question was, did you get any of the new recruit stuff for the core, the last figures they released? Like the ones with the ball jointed legs? Oh, hang on. I know how
I'm
to.
I
Hang on,
don't
I
think
know
you.
what I could. I know what I could do. Hang on.
Okay.
Let's see. I totally forgot that there was. Might have to relate to, or I guess resort to this. We'll see if you can see that.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the message? Or Zorpx, can you see the little message?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. We'll see if we can talk to him that way. But I'm not sure. Did they ever get the core figures in your area? These ones right here. Zorpx.
Oh, it's me? Oh, okay. Sorry. Um, yeah, do you need screen sharing thing?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Did they ever get these figures in your area?
Nah, not like these. These new?
Well, some of the stuff. Let me see if I can find at least the last things they put out. Let's see. To,
Alright.
let me see.
To be honest, the last thing I ever saw from the core, Leonard, was the Rampage figures. Last thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So these were the last figures that they put out. These were sculpted by the Four Horsemen.
Okay.
And they weren't bad. They got the more updated articulation where they had the ball joints up here and then in the legs, and they're pretty cool. And then they were supposed to be releasing these last year, where they started doing the 2-packs again, and then they were gonna start putting like a vehicle or something in there that was big enough for the single figures to ride, and they ended up putting this out, this like robot dog that's like Ravage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they're supposed to be releasing like vehicles like this and stuff, and they
That looks
never
sick.
got around to like stuff like this, and they never got around to releasing any of the
Yeah, I haven't heard from these guys in a while.
It's weird because some of the people in at least in other parts of the world have gotten it, like in Brazil and I think in Africa they've gotten some of the, or in some, he said we're cutting in and out for him.
You could
Um,
probably send him a message and see if he sees it.
let's see.
Then he was mentioning his phone. Don't know if he has his phone charging or. All right. He said you guys are cutting in and out.
It might be. I don't know. It could be his internet connection, maybe. But I let him know in the little message thing, what we were talking about. So if he typed something, maybe I could read it.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Can you hear us? I don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, can't hear us.
Oof, technology has been rough to us today. See what I mean? A blessing and a curse. This is the curse of technology. We can't hear Ayende. Can you hear us,
I can hear you
Ayende?
guys now. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you hear us? I don't. Can you
Yeah,
hear?
I can hear you guys.
Okay. So
Okay,
we
great.
I
were.
think my internet is acting up, or
Okay.
Okay. We were. So what we were talking about
Wait.
was.
What was that plane you just showed?
That was the. What did they call
That
that?
looks sick.
I can't even remember what they called it. It was one of the newer vehicles that they were gonna put out. Have to look up what they called it. It had some name. I have to look it up because they put some of this stuff up on their Facebook page, and so you kind of have to check it in between or occasionally to see if they put up any new stuff. Let me see. Or it might have not been that. It might have been the Core Time Crisis. Oh, hold on. It seems like they put something. Oh, they put up something new.
Do they? Okay.
Yes, they did. I think my internet is acting up from my phone. Oh, we just heard him. So,
Yeah.
so basically, at least here in the U.S., they put out these alien figures that are really similar to the Kenner alien stuff.
Yeah, I saw your review on those. Those are cool.
So the Queen alien that I have, they're re-releasing it with a couple of the xenomorphs, and it's in a red color. And then they're putting in one of the eggs with the face hugger in it. But that Queen alien is really cool. It's cool, and I think they started putting out some of the Top Gun stuff. They started putting out too. I'm trying to find what they called. What did they call that plane? I'm trying to figure out what they called it. This aerial combat was the Sky Strike. That's what that plane is right there. And it's a two-seater, so you have a pilot that you put in the front, and then you can sit a co-pilot in the back. And then it has
Hey, Ayindi message there. He says internet giving some issues.
he's having some internet issues.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess. Let me see. I think what he might have to do is he might have to. Because that happened the few times that I tried, or the few times I've used Google Hangouts, I've had that happen where it'll where you'll be talking and then you'll start having issues with that. So then what you have to do is you have to leave the call and then rejoin it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, the core vehicle is the Sky Strike, is what they call it. Um, they have they had a lot of different vehicles that they were trying to. A lot of them were like re-released vehicles that they did for the new recruits and stuff. Like I have this here, this this bomber, because here uh during Black Friday one year they had this and it was like $25. I know Strident reviewed this and he reviewed the Rainfire helicopter, and he has the tan version. I was able to get the green version, which I think that came out a year after the tan one, but it's a pretty big vehicle. And then I got the Sky Shark from the True Heroes when they brought that back. I think they call it the Hero Force. Um, but and it's weird because I've been finding a lot of the Hero Force stuff at discount stores,
Okay.
and I've never seen any of that stuff at Targets here, which is strange. Um, but yeah, it's some of the stuff is cool. I'm just waiting on that stuff. Um, but I like the core stuff because it's at least the vehicles and stuff are cheaper alternatives to what they're putting out, and you know, for since you know there's no GI Joe vehicles and the Joy Toy vehicles that, or at least the one that they put out recently, they wanted I think like 100 and something for it. And it was, let me see if I can find it. It was like an APC or something like that. That's not it. That was the High Toys APC, which is cool because it has
Yeah.
like LEDs and stuff in it. But where is it? There it is. It's this one right here.
Yeah.
Here.
So these advertise.
I think it's cool, but they wanted like 100 and.
Yeah, that's too much. It had one that looked like the Ore Striker. I like those. I think it was in the background before you click this picture.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
This one's cool too, but it's not in scale with the 1/18 scale figures
Oh,
because
okay. Yeah, this
they did
127.
so what Joy Toy does is they make two different scales. They do the I think they're like 2 or 3 inch scaled. No, not 3 inch scaled. They're a little bit smaller than the 1/18 scale ones that they do, and that's the scale that that fit into the mechs that they have.
Okay.
I just had.
You guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
All right, great.
Okay. So while you were gone, we were talking about some of the core stuff. And we wanted to know your thoughts on some of the newer stuff that they were supposed to release.
Is that what you're showing in the pictures? Because I never saw none of that.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the time crisis stuff.
Yeah, I never seen none of that. The last one I got was in May, man. The stuff with the new articulation.
Yeah.
That's one of my both of my reviews on them were some of my top views on my channel. I think it's been over 2 years, has it been? Since
I
those
think
figures
so.
were a year since the last ones came out. So
Yeah,
I haven't
they
seen
were.
nothing new. So.
Yeah, these were supposed to come out in the U.S. They were supposed to come out last year, I think, and we still haven't seen them. And then they showed some newer stuff. What was it? Star Force, I think, the space stuff. And they said that they're going to put out the space stuff first, and then they're going to be putting out these. So hopefully that means these will be out by like Black Friday, hopefully, or near Christmas time.
I
And
was
then
wondering because they all the alien stuff just popped up, and I was wondering what was going on with the core. I kept looking for it, but
yeah, because what had happened was I was hoping that this stuff would have been out by Black Friday last year, because I was gonna get this 2-pack here because it came with a little robot dog with the little rockets on its back, and they had some of the vehicles like the Griffin here, and they had the Sky Strike and the Komodo right there, and then they had the Sky Strike, which is this plane here, which was supposed to be one of the 2-person vehicles that they were going to put out, but I never saw any of this stuff. And then people were asking what happened to it, and they said that it was supposed to be released soon, and we're still waiting on this stuff. Because they said it was supposed to be out last year, and then we waited in the summertime and nothing happened. And then in the wintertime, nothing happened. So, I don't know. But there is an update on the alien stuff that they're doing. So, you know the Queen Alien that they put out, right? The purple one?
yeah.
So, they're going to be putting that in a pack with 2 xenomorphs and an egg with the facehugger, and that Queen Alien's going to be in red.
Okay.
So if you didn't get a chance to get or if you didn't like it in the purple, you can get it in the red. But I do like that figure. It's only $20, but it is pretty cool for a $20 toy, because it's better than the Kenner Queen Alien that they put out. Because if I remember right, the Kenner queen alien was the really small one. See, Zorpx might know. Yeah, it was this little teeny tiny.
Yeah, she was. Compared to this new one they have now.
Yeah, that's her
If
right
it's
there.
if it's Kenner stuff, my favorite Kenner alien was the wild boar.
Yeah,
Then
see,
the cougar and the panther. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. She had the flapping wings. Yeah, there's the queen right there next to it. Yeah.
which one was this one? Oh, this was the flying queen alien.
Yeah, there's the flying queen. This is the one I remember.
Which one is? Oh, that's not. I thought that was a. Okay, yeah, because here's the queen face hugger, which I'm wondering if NECA is going to be putting out the queen face hugger because they put out the snake alien. They put out the. I don't know if they did the gorilla alien. I know they
Yeah, they
did
did the
the.
gorilla. They did the gorilla, and he Randy did a live stream with Pixel Dan. I think was last month or something like that, and they said that they're gonna do all basically. Well, he hinted that they're gonna do all. So I just waiting for the wild boar, and I'll be happy. But eventually, yeah, we'll get them.
Because I know they did all of the. So they did Apone. They did Drake just came out,
Yeah.
and I got him. I don't like him as much as I thought I was gonna like him. Maybe it's because I'm more of a fan of Vasquez more than
Okay.
Drake. I did buy the NECA tribute Ripley, so I have her coming, and I need to review her because I have her and I have the Amanda Ripley that I need to review. But it's weird because she was a Toys R Us exclusive. It came out as a regular release, Apone, and then I think Vasquez, which she was in the red and the blue, I think. She was some type of exclusive, but she goes more than Ripley does.
Okay.
And I thought they were supposed to be doing an Ultimate Edition for the Aliens Vasquez from the movie, but they never did it. So I'm hoping they're gonna re-release that. I'm hoping they're gonna re-release that figure, so then uh, I can get her in the collection. But I think that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about because we got about I think 2 hours worth of discussion, maybe a little bit more, but I lost some
Yeah.
of that.
So,
So I lost some of the I lost some of the
but my
beginning.
my question is, when are we gonna do this again? It was
And,
fun.
Um,
and sorry about my technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's
oh
okay,
no,
man.
it's
That's
okay.
okay.
It's okay.
That's technology for you.
It is technology. It's a blessing and a curse. So there's always
Yeah,
issues with technology. I
yeah.
mean, it's up to you guys whenever you guys are available, or if you have something that uh, you want to discuss, we can totally do that. Because
I'm
this was definitely fun to hear everyone's perspectives on some of the things that we have, uh, you know, similarities in terms of the way we collect and stuff.
I'm down again for next Sunday. Want to do it again? Cause I was telling Zorpx, I think I should have some import stuff coming in this week, but like I said, due to the crisis going on, the guy told me he couldn't ship it air, so it had to go through ground. And I ordered this stuff last month, and
Yeah.
so I'm waiting for it. So maybe I have some more stuff to talk about too, and we pick up anything during the week. Because like I said, I am looking forward because they're supposed to be dropping this week too. The new GI Joe stuff they said is supposed to be out this earlier this week, but I haven't seen it yet. So
Okay.
I'll be looking for that Destro.
New new GI Joe in what? Like the Baroness and the
No.
sculpture?
The first wave is supposed to be
Oh,
in
okay, okay,
stores now. So
okay.
I'm looking for that
Well,
Destro.
knowing where I am, there's this joke between collectors that also live in Texas. We always get stuff last. So while everyone else gets the new stuff, we're all excited that we found some new stuff here, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we got that about 4 months back." But it's cool that you
Yeah.
got it. Um, but yeah, I have I'm waiting on the Joy Toy Special Forces to ship from Locker Toys, and then I have some stuff I bought secondhand from a collector. So hopefully I'll have that stuff by next Sunday. But yeah, I'm down to discuss again next Sunday if
I Yeah, I definitely interested, but I have some reviews coming up, so I'll be up on Grimm's side doing the shoots. So I'll normally shoot because he has the camera and the equipment. So I'll
right.
go up by shoot and then come back to my place and do my editing. So it depends on what time you guys start, and I could always jump in afterwards. No problem.
All right. We will work. We'll figure it out. We
Yeah,
usually do.
no problem. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's gonna do it for this discussion. Thank you, Ayende and Zorpox for
Yeah.
jumping on for the first time, making your debut on on here. Um,
Uh,
and,
it, it 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 was fun. It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
all right. Any final words before I end the recording here?
Yeah, as I always say to people listening, don't support the scalpers.
Don't support the scalpers. Listen to the man. Okay?
The man is wise. Do not support
Yeah,
scalpers.
yeah, and I second that. And be safe, people. Wash your hands. Look out for one another. And you guys can catch me at Grim and Zorpox Reviews. Small channel, but we love what we do.
You can also check him out on Instagram as well
Yeah,
at Grim and Zorpox the Destroyer. I think is that right? Did I get it right?
yeah. Grim and Zorpox Reviews. Zorpox Destroyer. Same guy.
Yep. So you can check him out on Instagram. You can check out Ayende and his amazing photography skills on Instagram as
Yep,
well. And
for
then you
real.
can also check out myself on Instagram as well. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and we
How
are
it's how it's
we.
trying to say peace outside.
Shout out to Strident at the end. I should have did it at the beginning of this, but shout out to Strident
And
and
ODC
and ODC. That's me.
and my guy Woodman 29. He has a channel too also coming up. Shout out to him
Yeah,
too.
shout out to Woodman.
That's right. Peace out to Woodman. Check out all of them. Check out ODC. That's me. Strident, Woodman 29, and Ayende, and Zorpox. And that's it.